Mic is okay. She off the mic, over the sound like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Good afternoon to you, good morning to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó.
Thank you so much for joining me. As you are joining the broadcast, you can take your time to share the broadcast. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Maiyegun is live, even though many of them are also going to be watching the Champions League final. Anyway, it's a way. Get it shared.
And yes, lórí Facebook. And yes, lórí YouTube. And yes, wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. And yes, ijó ìgbádìyẹ. And yes,
Thank you, thank you.
And yes,
Thank you very much. So once again, good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. And then this is Maiyegun, of course, live. So if you are joining me live, it's great. If you are going to be watching this as a replay, it's also nice. It is still the same package. I bet many of you are following the PDP presidential charade, which is primaries, just like every other ones going on out there. The purpose of this broadcast, just like every other one before it, is to keep you up to date. Follow the money, follow the people, follow the characters, so that you don't get caught up in this emotional wreckage, or should I call it emotional wreck? Because most of them are self-inflicted. Many of you who suddenly developed a selective amnesia, forgetting that the same characters who brought Nigeria to this current state, they are the same characters who are saying they want to save Nigeria. Funny enough, yeah, they are also using the same system, the same process to tackle the same problem they have created. A system of dollarization, nairanization of your election. A process whereby a group of people called the delegate, who are supposed to be people who live among you, who have witnessed the economic downturn, who have witnessed the ruins in that Nigeria. But in a moment like this, they don't give a damn. They are the architects, they are the drawers, they are the designers of what many of you are going to queue behind, hoping to elect responsible leaders to come and fix your country. Same process again and again. And it has been giving us the same result, which is death, poverty, underdevelopment, joblessness, poor infrastructure, corruption. That's what the process has been producing for years. So unfortunately, many people are still caught up in that, hoping that these people have turned their new leaves. Therefore, they are hoping on them. Maiyegun's job is to remind you that you cannot teach old dog new trick. Now, take a look at this. You have been reading, you have been following the stories of dollarization, nairanization of your election for both APC and PDP. All these characters, same process, same style, same thing. You following them to do it as well, validating it, then expecting a different result. Now, if they say the whole process, the whole actors in the whole thing, they must be mad. Would they be wrong? Of course, they won't be wrong, because they say the symptom of insanity is to be doing same thing again and again, and then expecting a different result. So let's break it down. You don't elect them; they choose them for you. When they give you the devil, when they give you the thieves, they give you rapists, manipulators, they give you abusers, assaulters, they give you crook, criminals, drug runners, they give you barons, they give you money launderers as your representatives to choose from in your elections. And guess what? You gladly just stroll out there thinking you want to choose good leaders. How long do you think this deceit is going to last? I don't know. But my effort is to make you understand that when you make all those choices, right, you are doing the same thing again and again, and there is no reason for you whatsoever to then turn around and then begin to shout, God, God help us, God come and fight for us, God help us here and there. You are not campaigning for God right now. So therefore, follow it to the process. There is a process in Nigeria election. They call it a process of, it starts like this, right? Political party, which is pretty much like a group of thieves and bunch of criminals who manage to come together with one agenda to take power for themselves, not for you. So party. Then in the parties, you have those they call the godfathers. The godfathers are those who anoint, those who are going to be your different candidate representatives. And it is their job to pave way for them, to make sure that they emerge. Now, if you have an idea, a brilliant one, that you believe that, oh, let me go through the political process and see how I can implement that, like Obama did. Obama, according to history, when me I read, Obama used to be a public solicitor, you know, all these people who are like public defenders. If you need a legal aid, let's say you have an issue now, right? And you need a lawyer, but you don't have money. So Obama and some group of other lawyers, that's how they started, until they felt like their efforts to make, to give legal representation to people is so hard. And why? Because the policies of government is making it difficult. Obama decided to join the Democrat Party. And from that, it became their, what do you call it, a standing senator. Then he became a senator. Then from then, he became the president. Now, that process is like, you couldn't do that in Nigeria because you will need to go through godfathers whose only interest is how much is the dollars today? How much do you think we can pack if we have access to the government? That is their agenda. Yours will never tell you. So therefore, to make their own agenda work, that's the system where you are all saying you want to go and get PVC to vote. But wait for it. Now, the system says that once you go through the godfathers, now you don't have to have money. And if you have money, maybe. So the godfathers will now have to wet ground for you because their electoral process says the political party must nominate you. And for political party to nominate you, they must conduct a primary election, sort of, where eligible voters as delegates who are party members, executive, or whatever they are, will now have to choose among the best of their aspirants based on what they have to offer. That is not the system in Nigeria. What you have to offer is not about the idea. It's not about the whatever, forget it, you are just lying. They are tired of, they don't want to listen to that. What they want to hear from you is, how much do you have to offer? That's the word. That is the language. Now, that is the job of your godfather. So because it is a business, this is where the FT money, the one they looted from the public, probably the last time, come to play. So they need to bribe each delegate. Whoever can bribe more is going to emerge as the candidate. Do you understand? Even if you have so much money, in some cases, if you don't have the real godfather who is also going to move things by directing those who are going to collect the money, you are never going to go anywhere. So pretty much like it is a game of money. From the word go, una can't they complain, say then they steal your money. You they pretend say all I'm talking about right now, normal. You think it's normal, Abi? For people who want to come and work for you, for them to start from the process of bribing to the tune of ridiculous amount of money. Listen, an House of Representative member, somebody wants to be House of Representative member, somewhere from northern Nigeria, gave out 200 million naira as bribe to delegates just to make him their candidate from that place. That is before the general election, before they start giving you 200 naira, before they start giving you Congo of rice and every other ridiculous things they give to you. Before they get to that one, this is where things happen. 200 million naira. Person won't be House of Representatives member with the salary of 750,000 naira a month. Do you know that the salary of a House of Representatives is about 750,000 naira a month? But because they are able to have their way in their own ridiculous system, they decided to start giving themselves wardrobe allowance, 400%. This reading allowance, 200% of their salary. Bedroom allowance, flight allowance, this allowance. That is how they ended up raking in over 10 million naira every month as a representative member. Now, listen to this. The most you will see as an House of Representative member in a month is 10 million naira. So in a year, you will see 120 million naira, right? Then somebody, before election, for his own party members, he gave 200 million naira. And when they did the election, now only 3 votes the guy got. 3 votes. So which means all the delegates he paid, they didn't vote for him, or somebody else paid more. If you think I'm joking, right? Before we go to the PDP Abuja, because as you're watching this video now, a lot don't happen, but we'll get to that part. Look at this. So when the guy lost, he requested for his money. got the police involved, got the vigilantes, got everything he could get involved, and he got all the delegates to refund his money. When they are refunding,
gashi nan ana ba ma DG na barista Abbas Bello ana maida mashi kudin shi na takara da yayi wanda ya ba mu delegate wanda muka yi on Monday ya ce a dawo mashi da kudin shi, so ga DG na shi nan muna maida mashi da kudin shi word by word yana ansa. So da haka nan mutanen Boso local government DG na shi na dan takara wanda ake kira barista Abbas Bello ya ce a dawo mashi da kudin shi 100,000 da ya ba mu each delegate. Mu kuma Boso local government mun maida mashi da kudin shi saboda ba ma son wulakanci. Ga DG din shi nan yana kirgawa kowane ward ya ba da naira 300,000 kuma kowanne ana maida mashi da shi. Chairman chamomi ina son chairman a faɗi wata ward da wani ward ne suka kawo yanzu nan, wani ward da wani ward ne suka da mashi da shi. Ok, akwai kudin national delegate. Mai kunkelawar ta kawo nata. Boso Central 1 ma ta ba da 300,000, Cancaga Ward ma ta ba da nata. Mai Timbi Ward ma ta ba da nata. Boso Central 2 ta dawo da nata. Kampala Ward ma ta dawo da nata. Garatu Ward ma ta dawo da nata. Kodo Ward ma sun dawo da nashi. Yanzu ana jiran ward guda biyu, Shata da Beji, su ma suna hanya za su kawo mashi a ba mu DG nashi ya maida mashi da kudin shi. Mun gaji arziki ba matsiyata bane, gashi nan muna maida mashi da kudin shi insha Allah.
Now that is just a tip of what is going on, okay? And this is what happened all over the country. The candidates that they are going to give to you, that was how they emerged. All of them, not even a single one exempted, no single one exempted. It is pretty much like who could pay more. That is the system in Nigeria. And now, those are the people who are going to come and make laws that will curb corruption, that will curb stealing, that will curb a crime, that will curb insecurity, including terrorism. Economic terrorism, which is economic saboteurs. Sabotaging your own economy is an act of terrorism. These are the people you expected to come and make a difference. Now, that's not how it works. You will begin to know better. Now, that is just at the what do you call it, local government level, for people who wants to go and represent in Abuja to go and make laws. For governors, you can only imagine it. So the situation as you have right now, before we get to that of APC, people destroying people, the old dogs that can never be taught a new trick. Same way, same old, same old. It is money talk. This is the season. And delegates are the gold right now. They are so scarce. If you have your delegates, you will package them everywhere. I'm not even joking, though. Delegates, some people are camping delegates in burial ground, graveyard. Because delegate, if you get one delegate right now gold mine, you can't waste it. And they call it all politics local. There is nothing local about their politics. It is corruption from the word go, stage by stage. As we have been told, they have dollarized. It is not the first time, they have dollarized their presidential primaries in Abuja to the point that they attracted the EFCC, the Buhari's dog. Remember that when APC, Egbekegbe said they wanted to do their Congress, when they were choosing their national exco, right? Buhari specifically warned EFCC not to go after anybody. Leave them, oh, don't touch them. And they never did. Somehow, yeah, it is only those that Boko Haram and gang wanted dealt with the EFCC will go after, of course. But this time around, you couldn't. Even you are probably never going to pretend that you don't know what is going on in Abuja in the last 2 days. Some people are already putting out announcements. They said, listen, if you have any daughter in Abuja right now, don't just call them to check if they are okay. You need to video call them. If your daughter is living in Abuja, if your partner says they are doing something in Abuja, this is not me trying to raise a red flag kind of, okay? Somebody raised the alarm and said, waiting they go on inside Abuja right now, the wife of the man of God self, can quickly give in to temptation. Each delegate, the delegate that collected smallest in Abuja right now for PDP presidential primaries, as you are watching this video, from the evidence we have seen so far, are those who collected $20,000. $20,000 per delegate. As you are watching this video, you have over 800 delegates from all over Nigeria PDP. They are going to choose between Wike, Atiku, and Saraki. But if you talk to some of the delegates in Abuja right now, from the people we have spoken to on ground, they told us that the man that is likely going to surprise you when you wake up tomorrow morning is going to be Kim Jong-Wike. That Wike has managed to pull the rug off the feet of his supposed challengers. He has the money, okay? He has the money and he has the resources to challenge them, just like Atiku. But in Abuja, as you speak right now, they are telling us that these guys are ready to go as far as $50,000. Now, think about this, because this is a game of number now, okay? Game of numbers. You have 773 accredited, approved, legitimate delegates to participate in PDP presidential primaries. Now, if you want to win, according to them, you must be able to buy at least 400 of them. So if you go by the highest bidder, because everyone going into that venue tonight, or every one of them in that venue tonight, as an aspirant, Saraki, Wike, Atiku, Tambuwal, and every one of them that you probably have, including the one that Wike called a joke. Let us get serious. I'm talking about presidential aspirant Dele Momodu. Dele Momodu is considered as the joke among them, and it was Wike who said that on a live TV interview. Every one of them walking into that venue tonight knows that they are whatever delegate they have in their pocket, they must have paid the highest. To the point that the Kano delegates, all of them, they have pledged their allegiance to Wike. All of the Southwest delegates of PDP, they have pledged their allegiance to Wike, courtesy of Fayose and Seyi Makinde. Now, this is a fact that you're going to have to work with in the subsequent things I'm going to tell you. So pretty much like, even though there is this late comma or sort of a late endorsement for Atiku, they said the northern caucus, wherever, they have endorsed Atiku, but with the Wike is spending like a mad. Even Atiku self go shake, according to what we have heard. So tonight, if a delegate collect 50 grand, it simply means that whoever comes out of that venue tonight or tomorrow morning as the candidate of PDP is somebody who must have coughed out over $10 million. Now, that is something. because according to my source, that is pretty much like over 5 billion naira or so, just to get the return ticket to be the candidate of a political party. $10 million, $20 million is what they will spend in Abuja if all of them go mad enough to pay that full amount. But listen to this. Your naira is useless. They ruined and destroyed it. The people who actually want to run business, legitimate businesses, right? They have access. They don't have any access to this amount of dollars. So to say, in your Nigeria economy, politicians have access to them. They spend them, and it's easy to carry based on their plan and their agenda for who becomes what in your election. So we picked this up earlier, just a sort of what the venue looks like, starting with what somebody saw. Wike.
Hold it, one more.
Yeah. Somebody saw that in Abuja. Set of campaign buses for Wike after the whole thing so that they can start the national campaign. 435 billion naira of Rivers State money is missing. Accountant General of Rivers State declared wanted. 2 days after he was declared wanted, Accountant General of Rivers State became the governorship candidate of PDP in Rivers State for 2023. Where Wike is spending like a madman as you are watching this video. And he's so confident. Yeah, it's going to say that a PDP must zone it. You don't ask them to zone a presidency to the south. You fight for it. No, he's buying it with your money. Now, that is going to cost you a fortune, or it's already costing a fortune. So to say, in whose interest, if I have to ask you. Let's go to the venue. I've got a few. Somewhere before we go to the venue. Wike is not the only person. This is so serious for so many other people too. For example, the people of Kwara, who have decided to intercede on behalf of Saraki so that he probably will be able to match Wike at Tifku tonight.
Amen.
ربك وترضى لم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما سائلا فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض أثارك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب. اللهم صل على سيدنا اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد سواك ناصر ذاك ويهدي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله قدر ومقدار العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق ناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقداره العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Àdúrà Bùkọ́lá ni bàbá ṣe yìí ọlọ́mọ sábà gbà á ọlọ́kọ̀ mú lọlé àṣẹ PDP.
Our people. Well, if you are wondering who they are praying for, maybe I should show you a bit. This is the man, the former governor of Kwara State. A long story. But he wants to be president too. This is the man we're praying for.
As long as a single village or forest in this country is controlled by terrorists or bandits or any other criminal groups, as long as any of our citizens lives in fear, as long as our soldiers and other security agents do not get the right training, right equipment, and the right incentives, the job is not done. And it's for these citizens that I want to be president, because I will do everything to protect the lives and properties of every Nigerian and everyone that live within our borders.
You know that?
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
So to show them that he's not joking, I'm talking about Wike. He has the Kano, he has some other states from the north, he has the southwest, he has probably half of the south, as he would say. And then I don't know about the southeast, so to say. But to show that the allegiance is to Wike first, he brought the Kano delegates. I don't know how much he's paying them. But to see them better, yeah, you could see them filing out now, and they are wearing where the Wike's heart. Now, I ain't get their votes. It don't pay. Also, right, just earlier this evening, and I believe that this was Wike when he got to the venue, confident, ready to trounce Atiku. We got that on camera. Hang on. We're still going to get to that part. That's the part where the EFCC came through to see how the dollars are flying. Those are the hype men. But for Wike, sorry, my hand tapped that, by the way. So for Wike is pretty much like a Putin's, pretty much in order than the others. However, we should possibly just let's hear from the delegates themselves. They were there, and they are still there. Now, listen to this.
2023. Which kind of quality of leaders where Nigerians going to expect from this convention today?
When leaders understand our problem and don't have the capacity and the capability,
okay, one other issue where we notice for the party, we know say plenty faction don't come as a result of this campaign, what then they do. Waiting be una go in terms of uniting the party ahead of the 2023 elections. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so now don't hear the delegates say them gather here. No be joke matter. Say them come here with their church mind to elect person where they credible, person where they think say go deliver the party for 2023, person where they know say get capability and they capable to win election for the party. We know say since the 2015 general elections, the party no day in power after President BUhari, the ruling party APC, been win the election. The party no day in power again. But how Nigerian main opposition party go fair and how they go rally around each other to succeed for 2023 election? Now waiting when they talk to some leaders of the party to yarn us so that we will tell us exactly how the party they try make sure say that after this convention, kata no go there, breakaway faction no go there, and all of that will be happen for 2015 where make them break away, where we get new PDP, where then we go join APC before they form alliance ahead of the 2015 election. So make we go round and talk to some political actors for the party to hear from them. So now delegates from Cross River be this ones. These now delegates from Borno State. They don't sit down ready to cast their votes. These now delegates from Abia State. And then sit down here. Adamawa, Benue, and Kodeba. These are delegates from Osun State. And then Tanda for here. Delegates from Oyo State also, they say them they represented here. Delegates from Plateau State, Ondo State. Delegates from River State also they here, then they represented. So we want to talk to now. We know say River State also get representation for here in the person of una governor, Nyesom Wike. But maybe we just talk generally about this convention. How una they feel about this convention? How una think say PDP feel redeem, the party feel redeem itself for 2023? One of the issues where they face party convention like this, now we say division the day after convention like this. Secondly, the party they struggle with finance. How una go carry, how una party they try tackle all this issue?
You know, they all look so like real. Of course, same way the rogues that are looting and stealing from you, they don't really look like they have actually, somebody like them will loot 100 billion, 200 billion, 500 billion, $1 billion. You know what I mean? You see all the people where you see there, they don't collect. It is the procedure. It is the normal. And as you see them there, they are jealously guided and secured. They can't leave. When it is time for them to go and cast their ballot, they have to do it for exactly person where we pay more. So is it going to be a long night? Maybe not. So there's going to be a two-way battle between who can spend more, between Atiku and Wike. But if you take your time, demand that some of you feel like it's better. If not, it's going to go to the north. It's going to go to this and that. They say pensioners in River State, Igeta CB. Then some said that the environment in River State, which was actually captured right away.
This is not nice.
Port Harcourt, just today. The man is spending dollars in Abuja. He wants to be president of Nigeria. They all hide all this madness, all this craze. They hide them and they suddenly become people who can fix Nigeria. You are deceiving yourselves. No wahala. Today, they call it a Black Saturday, when a stampede of at a program organized by a church, where they wanted to give medical support, food and all that to people in that River State. And that is the state that the Accountant General, who is now the candidate of PDP in River State, to succeed with a Wike, siphoned over 430 billion naira. And that's the one you found out anyway. So over 50 people reportedly killed or died during the stampede in the same Port Harcourt, River State. So poverty is everywhere. Pensioners are unpaid. And then with a Wike, they call him Mr. Projects. That's all they want to see. And now the drama has been taken international. So you may wake up tomorrow morning and then with a Wike will be your presidential candidate for PDP. Pretty much predictable. But it adds more to it. Peter Obi left them because he couldn't match this money for money, dollar for dollar. And according to their own electoral acts, you cannot contest you cannot contest two primaries in two political parties. So once you get to a stage of participating in primaries in one political party, you cannot do same in another. But you have until, is it September? September to resolve all the issue that has to do with their primaries, who paid more, who bribed what, and all of that stuff. So Peter Obi left them. According to him, he didn't have such money to give. And even if he has the money, he won't give such. Then, now so the young people in Nigeria decided to say, now their own third force be that. This is going to be their third force. And they are on it as we speak right now. But somebody who, the people who are actually going to also kind of pull a stunt on you, which they do all the time, is what is going on in APC, Egbe. Now, you know about what the end result is going to be for Tinubu. So there's no reason to dwell much on that, so to say. But immediately that the confusion they have in their own court group, the corrupted group, APC, Egbekegbe. So the confusion they have is that they want to do consensus. They don't want to embarrass themselves of going to do a primary elections, and somebody they never suspected or expected will just put the stunt on them, somebody like Tinubu. So they want to closely guide their own intention, and they want the INEC of Nigeria to play along with them. So immediately INEC extended the time that you can conduct your party primaries. Yeah, APC postponed their own primaries. They were supposed to be holding one on Monday. Now they have shifted it to June 6. This is why. They know they want to see the fallout from what PDP will do tonight, who is going to pay more and more. Then afterward, they will expect those who are going to fall onto their side. So by the time it's by next week, when they will decide on who becomes what, it will be the consensus. So Tinubu, as he be now, has been boxed to a tight corner, a tight political corner. And as I've been told, he's already renegotiated this Lagos. Can they let him have Lagos? That too is not guaranteed anymore. You hear that those who are going to challenge them in Lagos are also going to be, the same people from Tinubu's academy, Jandor. They call themselves Lagos for Lagos. So as it be for Abuja, BUhari is now John Ketting everywhere now, so that it won't be at home. Tinubu or any one of them won't have a reason to go and see and say, Mr. President, what is going on? Your people are coming after me. Why is this? They said it's consensus. All those stuff is away presently. And when it comes back from this one, it's going away again before the 6th of June. And we have been told that don't waste your breath, okay? It seems that among other options they have, the option of Goodluck Jonathan is becoming more and more visible today than before. Yes, I know many of you are going to really feel disappointed. You better start feeling that disappointment now, so that when it happens, you are not really going to be sucked in that much, are you? It is becoming much like inevitable, like it is becoming something that can no longer be avoided, except any last minute change. So as it be, BUhari no one day around when they finish the whole thing. First, the court has cleared him to contest. Why is court clearing Jonathan to contest election? Is Jonathan not supposed to be a member of PDP? Is Jonathan not supposed to be at the PDP convention tonight, Abi? Maybe it's going to be, I don't know. But the point is this, the court cleared him to contest. Is Jonathan presently, apart from the Miyetiala that bought him a presidential ticket of APC, where else have you heard the name of Jonathan running for any office? Except for APC. Why is the court giving a judgment that Jonathan is eligible to run for office? If you are still believing that it's not going to happen, these are the pointers. So as we have been told, they are now working on the final step. The final step is called the waiver. That waiver will come from the APC, National ESCO, wherever they call themselves. Once they give him that waiver, then they are going to call a big meeting of all of the aspirants. Yeah? You all need to go and step down. You will step down for this person. Now, that narrowing down who is he going to be is even not just the point. The point here is that who is going to be the flag bearer of APC, Egbekegbe, is not going to be decided through a democratic means. It's going to be decided the same way, like I showed you yesterday. For those who probably didn't see that yesterday, this same way of choosing leadership by Tinubu in Southwest, in Lagos, this is the process that we decide who becomes their presidential candidate as well. And as we have been told, they have also made up their mind to make sure that whoever is going to be the APC Egbekegbe's candidate is also going to be from the South. And if it's from the South, it has to be decided on when they see the fallout of PDP's wherever. Now, as it is, this is the procedure. When the Baba say, this is the candidate, that is where Tinubu's political end. When it comes to all this fake dream, that is when it will come a reality, so to say. This process, exactly.
Fún yín gbogbo ẹni mo fi ń sọ ohun tí àwọn leader wa sọ lókè ni pé Sanwó-Olú ni. I want to assure you, this place we are not going to allow anybody to vote for anybody here. We for Sanwo-Olu. And that's what our leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said. The party, that is the APC. Yes. We have hierarchy and we have leadership. Yes. We have leaders. Yes. And we have been directed by our leaders to go and vote for Sanwo-Olu. Yes. And that's what we are going to do. Yes. This works, this local government, we are not going to allow anybody to vote for Ambode. Yes. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. Ambode is gone. And is gone finally. We will allow you to kill vote Sanwo-Olu by the party hierarchy. We have been directed party tiwa bodada ẹgbẹ́ tiwa ani hierarchy ani àwọn tó ní àṣẹ ani àwọn tó dẹ́gbẹ́ ilẹ̀ ẹni tí ò bá fẹ́ ibi tí ẹgbẹ́ lọ tí ò bá lè lọ bẹ̀ kó lọ dẹ́gbẹ́ mi ilẹ̀. He can go and create or register Ambode People's Party. Yes. But our own is APC. Yes. All Progressive Congress. All Progressive Congress is our party. Yes. And the leadership of the party has spoken. Yes. And
that's exactly what will happen.
Fún yín gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ohun tí àwọn leader wa sọ lókè ni pé Sanwo-Olu ni.
That's it. So they said that is exact treatment that is awaiting Tinubu. Because their politics is so crude, selfish, self-centered, and backward. But they are proud in that type of politics that has brought nothing but violence, death, poverty, corruption, self-enrichment that has made them even richer than most of the states they say they control. And they will do anything to keep it that way. It's not because of people who they challenge them. Or those who tried to challenge Sanwo-Olu 2 days ago, they were shot out of the venue, never to be allowed to the venue of their own political parties' primaries. I mean, the people who can shoot at themselves, who can kill themselves, party members, imagine what they would do when they have to challenge other political parties. That's the business. It's because of the money. It's because of what they are getting from it. And it is because they are never held responsible for every wrong they've done. So, they were doing party primaries or party-to-party members. It is like Democrat versus Democrat. And suddenly, it can't be like, say, oh yeah, run, you know, that kind of thing. As their politics, violence, you know, everything, and it is the end result that they celebrate, that they call that man of the people. They call themselves men of the people. People love our leader, and this is all about violence. If you dare challenge their own authority, as they call it, command, you can get killed. People got killed. There's another part from another part of Lagos as well. Imagine party to party, party versus party.
Ibejileki. Ivejileki. What if you bought?
I don't want to show you the full video. If I show you the full video, YouTube may ask us to take the entire broadcast down. At the end of that video, that clip, you will see two young men. They have been shot. One of them was shot in his on his leg, and he couldn't walk anymore. They had to carry him like that, and the leg was like a, the foot was like a dangling like that. APC versus APC, primary elections. Violence. All because they want to come and loot you. All because they want to have access to your own commonwealth. So when they finish with all of that, then they're going to come and say, Honorable is coming, Honorable is greeting you. Senator Nkinyo, Governor Excellency is greeting you. There are other factors that goes into all this unholy arrangement enough to know that it is sad if you are part of this and you continue to be part of that. Maybe until you become a victim too. And, well, that's up to you. That's their politics in Southwest Nigeria, where Tinubu reigns supreme. But there is not going to be any election, so to say. And I think it is time for you to begin to let that sink in. Yeah, let it sink in. So I'm beginning to hear the rumor, part of all those baseless assumptions and all of that. You remember I told you that the moment those who felt like they could use APC, Egbekegbe, to ride to power at the national level, as they love to see themselves as a national figure. When they fail in their selfish projects or mission, including their followers, including those of them who are watching me right now, who have never liked me. They don't like me. I don't like them. And we don't pretend. So if you read their comments, most of the time when you feel like, Maiyegun, kick this one out, kick that one out. No. You don't kick them out. We know ourselves along, except if they, for a long time. So except if they become a little bit, cantankerous or unruly, and they are distracting you, I can kick them out. But these are the people who all of us are waiting for a moment like this, but it's not going to happen on Monday anymore. It's going to happen on the 6th of June. So they have another lifeline to dream and hope that something is going to change. And then they won't give them the same, they won't give Tinubu his own poison. It's like being served your own poison. The poison you have given to so many people. And this time around, they have served your breakfast and they pour a whole bottle of your own poison there. And you say you don't want hit ammo. No, that is not right. You can't give me this. I cannot hit this. But you feed other people with arm. So they are then saying that is number one never going to be the consensus. Okay, rule that out. It's so obvious. What the Lagos Abobakus and their leaders, what they are looking forward to is that let us just go to the field. And that is why Tinubu said, let's go to the field. Tobati Nomi, I'm a bonle. Mokuna no die, Mokuna no go kill yourself, right? For me, if they beat me and they come back home, then I said, once they beat them and they are back home as they claim, maybe that time, majority of them will now have interest in Yoruba nation and the rest. Somehow, some people got the right say, yesterday, there is this announcement that the signature, which is for the Ominira Yoruba, that an organization in Ilano are, been coordinating, succeeded. And then you have over 5 million people who have agreed that if a referendum is called now, Yoruba is leaving. Or better still, some of them even believe right now that with that 5 million signature, Yoruba land is no longer part of Nigeria. You see, all of this, so they are now going to welcome a lot of Tinubu's apologists. So some people are already saying that once Tinubu lost, they are just going to declare Yoruba nation. I say, that is just a few days away. I would love to see that. I want to see that too. So maybe you have been reading that everywhere and all of that, okay? So what happened is that they are now keeping that breakfast for Tinubu, which so many people believe that the spillover of that disgrace of a Tinubu like that, where they didn't even give him a chance to test his own might, to test his own resolve inside the political party that is part of those who formed it. Now, if they ended up having to give it to Goodluck Jonathan, yay! The aftermath of it can only be imagined. I said, just the to imagine. Tinubu is finished. The only lifeline that Tinubu has right now is that valuable Lagos. Listen to me. If you wake up tomorrow and then say, Tinubu and gang, no, they in charge of Lagos again, it won't take you 2 years to completely see through the demystification of Tinubu and his bogus, fake political empire. It won't take 2 years. The only lifeline that is left with that, so that from Lagos, with that money, it can still influence so many political stuff in southwest Nigeria. So as we have been told, that's the only thing. And that too is not completely guaranteed. So that they are not giving him a chance. Even if they are going to say, okay, Tinubu scored out of 800 delegates, he scored 300. And they can say, it was obvious that, those who were supposed to be with him, they have already divided his delegate, blah, 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 blah. They are not giving him that. They are not. Everybody is going to walk into that Eagle Square, be wherever they want to do it on the 6th of June. And they are going there with one single agenda, the consensus candidates. And since all of them signed their withdrawal form, listen to me. Now here I go day, where I go watch you now, chop your breakfast when it's served. So I'm just trying to douse it. When you like to go for, counseling, something is about to happen. It's so obvious. How do you manage it? You go for counseling. So they will tell you the good, the bad, the worst. So you can prepare for the worst. So what's the worst? The worst is that, swagger, this or any other thing they are putting together lies for you is coming to an end in about a week time. Now, would that make me happy? Of course. You know why? You see this whole thing that you are watching right now, they are pure distraction to what is really happening to you. Now, many of you who have lived through the hell of a place that APC, Egbekegbe, created in the last 7 years, suddenly, those things, they don't really matter anymore, except if you are believing that, except if somebody is telling you that somebody is coming to make them go away. They don't really matter anymore. So they are distraction. Killing people, kidnapping people, ransacking villages, destroying farms, and all of those things. These are critical things that you should be more. And if you ever get involved in them, seriously, you can see through the charade of those parading themselves as your option. So Peter Obi is the new kind of virus vibe in town. And since young people love to fantasize a lot, well, I used to fantasize too. Now I have changed my priority. I don't fantasize my future in the hands of this current Nigeria. Forget about all your fantasies that has made you feel like Peter Obi is going to become a Superman that will change everything. It's because you are not paying attention to what you're asking Peter Obi to come and change. However, from what we have heard so far, it is now the drive. It is a serious one, and that's why I want to talk about it. You know that it's always been PDP, APC. our own person, Omoyele Sowore, did give it a shot. Remember, he had the best modern campaign you can ever think of. He consulted with, he traveled to all the 36 states, despite the little resources at his own disposal. Nobody listened to him per se. At the general election, Omoyele Sowore could only score about 30,000 votes or thereabouts. Then people started asking, is it because of no money, or because if you suddenly feel like you want to be the Messiah for Nigeria? Let me tell you this, I want to save Nigeria in your own mind, though, and you want to do that outside PDP, APC conundrum, as they call that, yeah? Then they said that you will need, listen, you will need agents. Start with this. You will need the agent in 36 states, 774 local government areas, 150,000 political wards, then over 400,000 political polling units or thereabout. So by the time you start putting the numbers together, you are going to need, leave money for now. Just put money aside for now. When you talk about real resources, if your dream is to say you want whatever, yeah? Now you need that resources of human beings, right? And that means you will need at least 1 million volunteers, 1 million human beings, okay? Volunteers who believe with you as you believe you have something to offer. Now, you need 1 million people who are volunteers to man everywhere for you. Mobilize and do all of whatever they want to do. And when it now comes to the money parts, this is where nobody has a figure. But they said, if you now want to put that 1 million volunteers to work, Northern Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria, Western Nigeria, everywhere, say you serious, so you can begin to budget at least 200 billion naira. And that's the cheapest because they are volunteers. 200 billion. Now, if you really want to win, this is not bribing and paying people to, now because you don't want to pay people to vote, you don't want to do this, but you need to put foot on ground, like, you know what I mean? They say boots on ground. You can save yourself at least 500 billion. Some of these young people have done the analysis. If you go onto social media right now, same kind of vibes that we witnessed during the EndSARS, the level of coordination, the level of mobilization and communication, and all of those stuff that you witnessed during the EndSARS, they don't say they won't give them to Peter Obi. And according to them, this is their way of saying they have nothing to do with PDP, nothing to do with APC, and therefore they should go and fill the rank of Labour Party. In 2019, Labour Party scored 5,200 votes all over Nigeria. And to prove that they mean business, listen, for Peter Obi, these young people in Nigeria, they crashed the website of Labour Party within few hours that Peter Obi said is joined Labour Party. How? They started registering now. They want to be member of Labour Party. Labour Party, we be saying a small thing. We be saying they take people who hold now, they take and maintain themselves every election time, collect small pay. They know they aspire to win anything. Suddenly, millions of young people just invaded their own website. Now, this is something that you have to pay attention to in the coming days and weeks, because they are also going to be significant into events that will shape that your 2023 charade. You know why? Something needs to trigger the young people. And if it's going to be this, that the established gatekeepers, PDP, APC, young people said they are going to raise over 500 billion. They are going to raise the money for Peter Obi. Listen, I am reading it everywhere. And this is not even like making mouth anymore. I said within 2 hours, they crashed the website of Labour Party. Nigeria, supposed Nigeria National Party, they crashed it. That means they mean business. We have been seeing them now doing what they call evangelism, Jehovah Witness evangelism for Peter Obi. Now, if you see them anywhere now, 2, 3, 4 people, you would think they are Jehovah Witnesses. They are not. You begin to see them with bags of Peter. They are so serious, they are making video of themselves registering for PVC, Poverty Verification Card. Now, for me, I like the kind of enthusiasm they are bringing. Even though you and I know that something needs to trigger something, we thought NSAS was going to be it. Now, if the gatekeepers feel threatened, and they decide to crush them, you know, say now here we go there. Maybe that the only political tool they need to be that, to start the reset of Nigeria, Yoruba Nation, Biafra, Guararafa, Arewa, even Niger Nation. They can be birthed with the activities of what is going on and what's going to happen. So do not brush everything aside. Always. They are so enthusiastic. They are not understanding the proper politics behind who becomes their president and why. They don't, but they claim to do, and they are ready to spend money for money, dollar for dollar, and go out there and fight for their destiny through Peter Obi. And they are going to also, listen, they said it's not Peter Obi alone. They are also going to fill all of the elective positions, pata inside Labour Party. Guess what? They mean business. So INEC has extended the last time to do the primaries. INEC allow political parties to give waivers to any new members who wants to run for office. No, don't let that worry you. Now the same card they won't play for Jonathan inside the APC in the next few days. So if finally they settle for Jonathan, now the same waiver. Now the question you go to ask, when did Jonathan join APC? Which kind of thing be this? Which kind of nonsense be this? Now so it go be nonsense, and so it be for Nigeria. So according to them, they want to take everywhere back. Guess what? The political gladiators, the first part of them today will decide who is going to challenge your Peter Obi and who is going to be your enemy number one tonight. In about 10 days, APC, Egbekegbe will give you another one, then they will come after you like they did during the NSAS protest, so to say. So it's becoming interesting. That's the point. So if they now manage, let's say they rig their Peter Obi, or if they ever hold the election at all, right? And somehow, the power that be, as they call themselves, the gatekeepers, feel threatened and they go after them. You say me and you did the trenches already. We are the people who are the collectors of those who are disgruntled with the Nigeria system. When everything they are cooking right now will come back all together, and then suddenly just pour sand inside that your perfected plan for Peter Obi to rescue your future. But there's something I love about what they are saying, by the way. The reason why I'm telling you this is this. They are so enthusiastic. They are so, so happy that they are doing this, because according to them, if they fail for this one, they agree that indeed Nigeria should break up. I say no wahala. Okay, we dey here now. Una dey there now. But if you check them very well, here and there, the difference between them is the T. So that T, people wey smart talk say na time. So they say the difference between here and there is the T, which stand for time. So everything get your own time. No rush, no rush. So when it gets to that time, you will realize that how come we wasted all this energy only for us to finally agree that indeed Nigeria should break up, because nothing feel work here anymore. So if people say they won't fight a system, me I they like them all. You with me? I like them. Challenge the system. That's why I love the Biafrans. That's why I love the Oduduwans. That's why I love the Revolutionary. That's why I love Showore. That's why I love everyone who has stood up or still standing up against the rigged system in their own way, because you can't beat somebody and then decide to choose or decide for them how to cry. You are beating everybody. The system is beating everybody. The system is, brutalizing everybody. The system is assaulting everybody, right? Then unfortunately, the same system wants to tell you how to react. You beat me, they tell me how to cry. No. The Biafrans are too complaining. I just don't like how they should do it in who you be, Baba? Person slap you, beat you. They can't even kill somebody where you love. You can't tell them how to react. They need to be diplomatic. Diplomatic. You can't beat me. You can't slap me. You can't punch me. And I begin to cry. You can't say it too loud. Or you say I should maintain walk like that. That's why I like them. So if you, as a young Nigerian, if your own way is to say, for the last time, I want to fight for my future. Peter Obi is my future and the rest of I am going to be here. Because if you do understand what you are talking about, in fact, you are never going to waste that energy that long. 8 solid months, 8 months before you come to that reality, Abi. Me, the difference between here and there, now the T stands for time. In this case, it is 8 months' time. If now the thing where you want try out before you reach your reality, I will be here. You are still there. Soon, all of us go there here, together at the same spots, whatever it costs. That is why I respect and I love everyone that has been attacked by this system and bold enough, courageous enough to take it on and say, no, this is unacceptable. Oh, we rejected that. You know, that stuff. That is why I respect them. That is why I revere them, because if not for them, Baba or more, Babe at a minimum, you know what? Now slave camp, all of us go there. Slavery, slave camp. You go there, you go there, you go compare. You know which type slavery better pass? PDP slavery. PDP slavery better pass this one. Baba, me will tell ourselves the truth. PDP is still better. I know. So this APC is worse. So this one will say, no, forget it. If not because APC, how I go to take enter train from Lagos to Ibadan? Mama, APC better. So people are now comparing their level of, suffering under which arm of them. So if suddenly the people who did that for years are now saying that we'll go challenge these two. This is not about talking it now. This is about doing it. Maybe not the only trigger we will need be that. Anything we go trigger them. Baba, give them the support. You get what I mean now? And you wait for them. You wait it out. So the system is rigged. If you have any chance at all, you won't waste your energy on any election. If you pay attention to the process that produces all these rogues, right? Then you realize that putting all this effort in, challenge this or that, and then trying to manage it, as some of you will say, is just a pure waste of time. Some of you tried to break into them, but guess what? As they are aging, they are replacing themselves. You know that in their primaries, as they have conducted so far, all the children of your known looters, your known criminals, rogue political office holders in Nigeria, they were able to buy the positions and all of that for their children. You know that? Yeah. These are going to be the members of your next lawmaking House of Assembly, National Assembly, the children of these people. Okay. And even if you are one of those who collect 30,000 naira to come on social media, to come and defend APC, defend the PDP, asking that who is your candidate, bring out your candidate. You are doing yourselves, you are not doing me. The people who said that they will put me to shame in 2015, some of them are dead now. Those who are not dead, they can't even come out anymore or even speak louder anymore because of what APC did to them in the last 7 years. But I'm still here, Maiyegun. Some of you even blame me for your problems today. Yeah, there are some of you who blame me. This Maiyegun is the enemy of Nigeria. Now this Maiyegun, now these people like this Maiyegun, they cause problem in this country. What is wrong with you? You always criticize and criticize. That's how much they have destroyed you. So I'm used to all of that. Okay, but 7 years ago, now they tell me, say, God go shame Maiyegun. You go see this. Someone said that, what if Tinubu become the presidential candidate? It is just to let you know that you are done for, Ni. I mean, completely done for. It's never going to affect me in any way. Okay? Even though the mind of many is that affliction should not rise twice. Some of you will love affliction to rise 10 times. Now your portion, no be my own portion. No. So if your Tinubu become your candidate, wetin I go lose? Nothing. The worst case scenario is that your pound sterling, I mean your naira will become 1,000 naira to pound sterling. Of course. Now stay where I know that I'm safe. 7 years I stayed away from Nigeria. Remember that. And then if they are kidnapping you, you are paying ransom. If you have no job and your poverty, whatever, is increasing and the rest of that, corruption, you call it, underdevelopment, poor infrastructure, whatever it is that they are bringing upon you. And like this, I go there, they talk about them. Because people who told me that God will shame me. And they even said, God has shamed you. Maybe you said BUhari will not be president. You this enemy of... They said I was a PDP member. People still call me PDP member today. Some still call me APC. It depends on the side of the bed that these people wake up from all the time. So don't worry. Telling you about what you should save yourself from is like trying to save you from the doom that will affect you directly. Not me directly, but you know. So it's your business. Those who told me then that God shamed me, BUhari became their president in 2015. Today, they are no longer able to say God shamed me. So if you, who is coming back from the back end of the Buhari diot, the Buhari dance, the Buhari dance, all this Buhari shuku, Gozi, all disobedient fools, and the rest of all your barbarian clans and so on, yeah? You can't wish that when what you wish on yourself, like what you did with BUhari, began to happen to you, right? If you continue to wish that on yourselves, that is your portion. But my job is to see, can I save a little bit of you? Can I save some? And make them realize that all these things that you thought is, you are thinking is pretty much like a competition or so, is about your future. It's about the future of your children. It's about your tomorrow if you care about it. But if you only care so much about your today and all the nonsense clout you want to chase, well, elections have consequences. And that is why Maiyegun's diary Politico exists. So yeah, that is why I'm still going to be here. As long as you continue to do the same thing and expecting a different result. And I'll continue to be here. So I'm not going to be the one to be in shame. I'm not the one who is God is going to do this and that. You are doing worse to yourselves. And the best thing you should do for yourselves is that if you found yourself in a pit, in a hole, right? The first thing you should do is to stop digging. But some of you are so kind of mentally retarded enough that, sadly, you may not know, but mentally so slower that you continue to dig and you continue to find yourself in a deeper and deeper and deeper hole. Financial hole, economic hole, a security hole, job hole, things that makes you less and less and less human in the system that doesn't give a damn about you. So if you found yourself in a hole, please stop digging. And in this case, if you think choosing all these rogues and criminals to keep the same system that has brought this untoward hardship on you, upon your family, upon your those you claim to love, if you care to love at all, if you think giving them all the chance again and again is to spite those who don't like them, cut your nose. I'll be waiting to call them. Cut your nose or cut your lips to spite your nose. Abi, remove your eye to spite your nose or cut your nose to spite your whatever. Abi, you want to show that, you love your lips better than your nose. So cut them, show them, say, you are doing yourself. That's the point. So we now have it that for those who continue to, to wiggle around if Nigeria is going to work or not, we know what the end result will be. Election won't resolve anything, especially if you check the process that you call your election. So to say, it is so corrupt. It is so tainted. that expecting something good to come out of it is a pure waste of time. Oh yeah, go try, go for it. As many of you are already on it, I would say. But for some of us who have possibly known that the end result is going to be a disaster, that some of them will be so ashamed to admit eventually, right? We should also be prepared to welcome some of them who are possibly going to be so lost in this whole confusion, because all these are going to come to pass. When they come to pass, what's going to happen next? That's where you come in. That's where I come in. Because if you know Nigeria is not working, which everybody knows, right? If you know Nigeria is not working, the right thing to do is that you create, you give an alternative option of what can be tested and that can work. Now, nobody has tried this before. Break up Nigeria to save lives, we say. Let everybody handle their own affair as they choose. I mean, let it start from, even if you want to keep Nigeria, listen to this. Even if they want to keep Nigeria, right? People agree that this current arrangement is a pure bollock. People are dying because the system allowed it and nobody is responsible for it. Nobody's being held responsible for that, right? Now, even if you want to keep this one, which is obvious, nobody wants to, if you put it to test, right? Then you should put that to test. That starts from what you call the law book. In that place, none of the part of Nigeria, actually approved of that. Now, if you want to start, that should be the foundation. That should be the existential foundation of if Nigeria is existing at all. For now, 2 people wrote that book, and it has brought us millions of death, destruction, poverty. I'm talking about a generational ruins. There are many of this generation will never recover from. But if you ignore, it's going to affect more and more generation. And that's like, we are doomed. So something there to be done. And in this case, it starts from that foundation. If they will ever allow that, it doesn't really matter if they do. You are going to demand for that as soon as possible when all those options you are trying to try out comes to naught, because you have no idea who you are fighting with. You have no idea of the system you are trying to change there or trying to challenge, so to say. But you get to know it. In this way, maybe at the national scale. In this way, maybe that will be the catalyst, so to say, the spring bottle where we all said that we should be. Break it up to save lives, right? In the process of conversing or discussing if Nigeria should be or not be, you are going to have to ask the people. You are going to have to give them the reasons why it should be. You have to give them the reason why it should not. Eventually, the people will decide, not the generals, not the political criminals, not all these political options called the elder statesmen, bunch of freeloaders, scavengers, opportunists who have taken advantage of what they made of Nigeria to their own benefit, so to say. They will never be those to decide that. But something will have to trigger that. Something will have to trigger that, I'll say. And that thing that will trigger that must also have a political undertone. And somehow, it seems like Nigeria is headed for that. And then I'm so kind of eager to see that happen too. A lot of things going on. A lot. So when that triggers it, and it sparks it, then everybody finally says, you know what? Now, this is obvious. Don't let us waste our time anymore. Everybody will agree. Let us break it. Break it up to save lives. Save the lives of those that are being lost right now, or those that will be lost again in this whole charade. They can be saved. Yes, they can. And I mean, everyone can handle their own affair according to their own choosing. We can deal with our thieves in our own way. We can deal with our own customs and our own, in a way we want to progress as a people. All of these are so essential to determine if Nigeria should continue or not. But save for that, everything you do right now, it is called kicking the can down the road. When you kick it down the road, it is not going away. Listen to me. Except you pick it up and you trash it. All these other options they are trying out and all that, they are just like kicking the can down the road. Eventually, we're going to see it ahead. We're going to meet it ahead. So the end result is still going to be, you know what? It seems that this is it. And I feel that so strongly right now. The other day, I was watching a clip online where, the people in Yoruba land, in Ekiti to be precise, they are telling the politicians that go away, go away. There's no election in Yoruba land. We don't want election. We want to be on our own. And I was like, that's it. Once you start putting that in the mouth of the people, and people are beginning to say that back to the politicians, and before you know it, all it will take, just all it will take, is just one spike, one strike, triggering. It will trigger exactly to, the situation to where many of them have been trying to avoid. The fourth war in Nigeria. They committed the genocide against the Igbos, against the non-Igbos too, all because they wanted to keep Nigeria one. At the end of the day, only for them to keep us one, to keep us alive, in order to become the poverty capital of the world, the most terrorized people in the whole world, the most corrupt country in the entire Africa. And I'm talking about the most irresponsible giant or crippled giant of Africa. And they said, wherever they are looking for the big brother in Africa, the big for nothing that they have made Nigeria to become, these rogue politicians, Nigeria is nowhere to be found. That is sad. And the legacy they probably are pushing is pretty much obsolete. Hold. And don't try to pretend that it is not headed that way. One thing, something will trigger it. Something that will trigger that will have that political undertone. And as I say this, you are keeping Nnamdi Kanu in prison illegally. You are keeping him there, denying him his, the access to the proper legal, the legal support which he is entitled to. You are doing all of that in a system that injustice reigns, right? Come on, man. Something is going to trigger it. And as it is right now, me are the like camo. Let everybody keep pushing it. Last, Nigeria will nail. The Nigeria these rogues have created is not the Nigeria you have in your minds. It's not the Nigeria of your childhood. They lied to you. They lied to all of us. We have grown up now. We have realized that that Nigeria they told us when we were young was a pure fabrication, fictional, something that doesn't exist. The reality will kick in. It will hit you. Nigeria will happen to you at one time or another in your own childhood, adulthood, or any kind of hood you find yourself eventually. So that is where the reality of all they told you about Nigeria when you were growing up are becoming fictional. Yes, in Nigeria, there are Nigerians who are more Nigerians than other Nigerians. And listen to me very well. This is real. It is unwritten. People get profiled for who they are, which religion they practice. And there are things that you belong to. You can get killed just simply by association alone. Oh, you are a Yoruba man. Oh, they are killing Yorubas in the northern Nigeria. You can get killed by that. Oh, you are an Hausa man. Oh, Hausas are this and that are fighting in this in Yoruba land. You've been killed. Oh, you are an Igbo man. Oh, they are fighting this and that. That is who you are, or the religion you practice can get you killed, including the political party you pledge to, including the political ideology you try to have. That's how much imbalance a contraption called Nigeria is. So you begin to find all those things out when you begin to grow up and you begin to realize that yes, there is Nigeria, there is also Nigeria, and there are Nigerians who are more Nigerian than the others. It is that. So limitation of what you can become depends on where you come from. And all of this, you don't want, they created that. They created that Nigeria. And that's where they want you to live. That's the Nigeria they want you to build unity. They say unity. You need to build unity. We need to come together. We need to pray to God. We need to, all these things they say to you, they are telling you to build a Nigeria that they wanted. And the Nigeria they wanted is the Nigeria you have right now. So something is going to trigger that soon. Very, very soon. It will trigger you to join others who have rejected this Nigeria. Then you will now decide, do you still want to be part of the Nigeria you think you want? Or you are tired of all this Nigeria like many of us? Then the process is going to happen in a very quick succession. So how prepared do you think you're going to be? You are busy now telling people about Peter Obi. Good luck. Go for it. But it is simply because many of you are completely, being controlled by your emotion. I mean, I can't rule that out, and I can't say it is completely a bad thing, okay? Because sometimes your emotion is also going to be needed, especially if you have one emotion that has to say, this is not Nigeria you want, Abi. In the process, you are going to be challenged and faced with the Nigeria you said you don't want, because you're not going to get the one you wanted or you think you want. Yeah, you're not going to get that on a platter. So maybe in the process, eventually you realize that it's not worth it. Then it will come back to you and say, why don't we just go our separate ways? Don't worry. It is a mind thing. It's sort of a subconscious, thing. It will kick in, especially if you have been following Maiyegun and you yourself, you are feeling sad. You are feeling unhappy that Maiyegun, you said we should blah 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 blah. I mean, this is an opportunity. We can blah. Some of you are catching the frenzy right now. It's because most of your minds, everything that is going through your mind right now, they are purely emotional. With time, you will face the reality. With time, what Maiyegun has been telling you will make sense. When they begin to make sense, you are really going to get so angry. Oh, you are going to be so angry. You know why? Because you're going to feel like you wasted your time thinking that indeed, if people come together, they can do away with PDP, APC. I don't want to ruin it for you, okay? I'm not going to ruin it for you. Go for it. Go for it. Because the more all of you get involved, right, the more you are going to get angry when the system comes all and crashing all that effort. You're going to get angry. You're going to get angry like myself. You're not going to be able to control that anger then, because everything about Nigeria will become more realer than they are right now to you. And it's going to get you so angry that you could have listened to Maiyegun and used this same energy to push now and demand for a national conversation that will decide if Nigeria should still continue or not. That is what will get you so angry. But for now, it's just going to be like, my friend, you are talking nonsense. Don't worry. My friend, you don't even know. Look at me. We are here in Port. We are here in Borno. We are mobilizing. We are registering people. You think that this is a joke? We are raising money. I know you have the capacity to raise that money. Listen, for some of you who think that we don't know what is going on, there are many, many, many other Nigerians all over the world who are already willing to donate hundreds of millions of your money, naira, towards this Peter Obi of a thing. They are going to catch the frenzy too. But you're all going to be so angry. Oh, you're going to be so angry when everything comes to naught. But Maiyegun, when everything works out, what is it going to happen? Exactly. It's going to pretend to come to something. I mean, you're going to look like you are going to make it happen. Yeah, if you continue with this, with this, your frenzy and all of that, yeah, it's going to look like it's going to happen. And that is exactly why what I'm telling you today, it's not because I am assuming that you are going to fail. No, I am telling you that Nigeria will humble you because all of you are not paying attention. You are not paying attention to the structure that shaped Nigeria to what it is today, that will continue to give you crooks and criminals, and at the same time will continue to fend you off if you think it is not about your election. But when you find out, you are going to be so angry. And when you become that angry, that's where people like me will come in. Because that energy, that anger will not go to waste. It is not going to end if you don't end the contraption that makes it a waste of time. Some of you are going to get killed. I'm sorry. Yeah. If the system becomes so threatened, same way the system got so threatened with the NSAS protest, some of you, the obedient to be this and that, you are going to be killed. And according to some of you who are going to be alive, you are going to tell yourselves that you are doing it for the people killed. Now, that is why in your journey of your discovery and reality about Nigeria, political landscape, political terrain, and the political interest group that actually decides and stops whoever wants to be this or that in Nigeria. So you're going to witness that. So that that revolution that you decided to victimize and crucify Omoyele Sowore for, you are going to do it this time around. The revolution for Biafra that you are condemning Nnamdi Kanu for, you are going to be a champion of it. In fact, you are all going to freely use revolution, break up Nigeria, give us this system is this and that. You are going to freely use that because your anger at that time to you is going to be justified. But to me, as a Yoruba man, they say, make you carry breast, give pikin. May you carry pikin, give breast. To me, it no matter as long as the breast dey pikin mouth. Whether you want to call it revolution, revival, Nigeria, whatever it is, to Maiyegun and the temple of truth, it no matter, and at the same result it go be. So I don't know how prepared you are. So raise your hope, dream on, fight for it. Dissipate your energy. Do everything you think you can because you believe your future belongs to it. I mean, your future depends on it, right? Which means the same way the Yorubas who are asking for Yoruba nation feels like demanding for Yoruba nation, their lives depend on it. They are never going to be part of this killing field called Nigeria. Their life depends on it. So when you meet the Biafrans, the IPOB and others, right? And they talk about Biafra, when they talk passionately about this, they tell you like their life depends on it. Abi, you are going to be in that same basket soon. But guess what? You are going to be doing it for the same reasons. Why the Biafrans want to go? Why the Yorubas want to go? Why the Middle Beltans want to go? Why everyone is asking that let's discuss if this country should continue or not. You are going to be doing it for the same reason. The Biafrans said they want to leave because of the marginalization which Nigeria has brought on the wrecked on them. The Yorubas are saying they want to leave because of the imposition, the takeover agenda of those in charge of Nigeria, where they have made us parts and parcel and sharer in the mystery called Nigeria. We don't want to share in this mystery anymore. We want to take care of our own destiny and our own future, because you can't be taking everything from us and sharing it only to give us a stipend back, like a Bambi Allah system that they practice in Nigeria. Yorubas want to leave, and then that is it, because Nigeria is never, ever, ever built to serve, to serve you as the indigenous people. It is meant to serve a minute clan of, a minute clan of ethnic jingoists, so to say, who are pretending to be nationalists as they claim, but in their characters and their doings, they have nothing that you can relate to nationalism, so to say. Yeah. So it is up to you when that time comes anyway. So, however, so many of us have decided that we won't in any way validate that. We won't in any way be part of that. However, you are going to witness that too, especially so many of you who have been sucked into this third force. Peter will be third force and the rest of that. Do your thing, because to somebody like myself, you are going to figure out why the Biafrans want to leave. Why the Oduduwans want to leave? Why Omoyele Sowore is calling for a revolution? Why so many of you then participated in NSAS? You'll get to know why and how and reasons why they seem to have gotten away with killing you when they felt threatened for you coming together to challenge them. They've never saw that before. They've never seen anything like that before. Now you're about to repeat that politically. They will come for you. And when they come for you, the reality will set in. I'm not saying you're going to run this time around. You're likely going to fight back. Now you're going to give it a name. It's never going to be political anymore. It's going to be called Break It Up to Save Lives. Think about that. I'm going to go make my tea. When I get back, right, I'll try and take one or two calls, and then we can call it a night. I heard that Akeredolu's wife, the first lady of Ondo State, which is Mrs. Betty Akeredolu. She is the first lady of Ondo State. She also wants to be the senatorial, candidate of APC, Egbekegbe, in Imo State. They send a bottle, cutlass, and then axes, then take Shazam out of the venue today Last, she not even wait there for them to count the votes. She's the first lady. They manage smuggle them out. Today, as they counted the votes in Owerri, Mrs. First Lady, they Akure with her bag and her shoes and her gele and everything in her hands, ran back to her husband. That is what it is in the people. I mean, among the people who are supposed to be party members, they are supposed to be families. They go shoot you, they go shook you, they go cut you, they go axe you if they have to do that. In this case, now imagine what they would do if they have to meet you on the streets and say, "Oh yeah, I'll vote for us." You say, "Vote for UK, go away." Nonsense. And for those who are also hoping that maybe something will turn around or more, nothing will turn around, everything don't turn over. See this image, yeah? Somebody sent that to me. They said they are proud that Nigeria, they were flying Nigeria flag. They can say, "Oh, this don't turn that's now upside down." About Nigeria don't turn upside down. And that is why this man said, send me. The only person who can challenge this APC Egbekegbe is no other person than me. Kim Jong-Wike. Now, I will hang my boots here, go make some tea. When I get back here, I'll take a few calls. So don't go anywhere, and I will be back. Meanwhile, to my friends on YouTube, so we have almost 2,000 of us, right? And it is only how many of us? It's only about 500 of us who have paid their own offerings. Remember, your offerings on Maiyegun's diary, Politico, is that your like? Facebook is not letting many of you share my video. I know that. But for those of you who can share or copy the link and post it on your own Facebook, WhatsApp, and all of that, next time do that. It works better. Facebook won't let you share. Sometimes Facebook won't even let you like or even comment. But on YouTube, you could do whatever you want with me. So join us there. You can drop your offerings, okay? Like the video, share it. And when I get back, I can take 2 or 3 calls before we call it a night. I'll be back. Hello, sir. I have a call about you.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. How are you, sir?
And how's you and they doing with the mom?
Oh, she's sucking. She's doing fine, and we thank God, sir. Thank you for asking.
We thank God for everything.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see. Maybe we are going to storm. What's this? Your country again?
Scotland.
Scotland. Maybe we are going to. we are trying to see if we can. Well, let's just see. Let's keep that aside. Hopefully, we'll be there. If we're not there physically,
people have told me that we are going. I mean, I'm going to probably witness some surprises, surprises,
and all of
that. And I'm like, well, I'm used to surprises.
Exactly. Maiyegun, you know what? That music says suwe. Who are the Muguns? The Muguns are those Babasokpes, the crumb chasers, those blind followers that up till now they fail to realize that nothing for them. Look at what happened to them at Lagos. 4 people lost their life.
You know, party primary.
4 people lost their life. And these politicians, their children are in abroad. Their children are everywhere. Those that are not in abroad are at home.
Trying to take over. Some of them are candidates now, so PDP, APC, their children are now candidates.
But those mumus that went to kill themselves for this, the politicians' children got nothing. They lost their lives. And yet, they will still go there. Tifnumbuni, Tifkuni, Wikeni, imagine.
It's about what they will
Look at Yaya Felu. What is his name? See the wife. Where Yaya Bello? The state is owing a lot of monthly salary that they are not even able to pay, and the wife is sharing 1 million. Maiyegun, and she has that gut to even put it on air.
Nothing will happen now.
And they are still clapping for her. One for what Busha Buwan lalejo. You know what to do? One patewo. Oma to ye won. So APC have postponed their primaries now. We are waiting now. Maiyegun, we are waiting. Oma ye won. You know, I just want to once again say a big thank you to you.
Thank you, sir.
For opening people's eyes, for telling them the truth from the temple of the truth.
That's right.
But Ntobaleti Ogbo ohun tí ẹ̀mí sọ fún àwọn ìjọ. Maiyegun, it's well with you, my brother.
Amen, sir. Thank you so much
for
stopping by.
Amarieba. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
So here we go. I am going to okay, let me take this. Got another caller there. Let's see. Hello there.
Hello.
Oh, hello, ma.
Hi, my brother. Congratulations. Adúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run fún ti Yétúndé. Tí Ọlọ́run bá wa mú yẹ lọ sípò lóyún Yéwándé. Tọ́lọ́run bá wa mú wá sípò bímọ. Ọlọ́run á máa bá wa dá gbogbo fámílì sí. Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ti Nàìjíríà yìí, Ọlọ́run ṣàánú. Ó ti dé junction tó ti switch. Wọ́n ti gbé agbada iná kaná báyìí. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti ń bá wọn koná mọ́. Let's go collect.
One by one. Water.
Oh. Wèrè Wike. Babala. Nígbà tá à ń sọ pé Ṣàngódélé wàhálà ni fún Yorùbá. Wèrè Wike wàhálà ni fún Nàìjíríà. Nítorí ojú gbogbo wa ló ṣe máa tàlú yẹn fún China. There is no doubt about that. He will open business ló máa fi ṣe. Ẹ kàn máa rí pé eléyìí home by Chinese nìkan Nigerian airport China máa change orúkọ. Àtàlú yẹn fún wọn náà free of charge. And gbogbo eléyìí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣì ń ṣe nísìn tí wọ́n gbé kaná ẹ̀ last class ó máa rú paná ni.
It's almost there. Yeah, we are almost there, ma.
Ó máa rú paná ní ìgbà mélòó ló kù. Because bọ́n bá ti fún Ṣàngódélé ìtí gbogbo á dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kán fún àwọn irú ikú tó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀hànnà tó kó sẹ́yìn bí ìgbà tí wọ́n kó kìnìún sẹ́yìn gbogbo wọn á yà sí orí ẹ jẹ́ kí Yorùbá máa lọ ariwo ẹ jẹ́ kí Yorùbá ó lọ àtúbọ̀ loud Ṣọ̀gọ̀délé agbéra asákúrò nílùú torí wọn á máa wà níta ibi tó bá wà á máa kóná mọ́ igi kóná mọ́ àgòdàn pé ẹ jẹ́ kó máa lọ á fẹ́ fi Yorùbá negotiate ipe yes Yorùbá nation ló ń pariwo nísìn inú kan padà fún òun tàbí kí Yorùbá máa lọ kò sí orí ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kò ní chance kankan.
Orí ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. And bí àwọn youth tí wọ́n sọ wípé àwọn lọ dúró lẹ́yìn Peter Obi good one because to them that is the third fault. Already wọ́n ti sọ ìlú yẹn di two-party system. Owó ló ń pín wọ́n sì ń pín owó ní Abuja bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ ní convention àwọn ìwé.
EFCC rìn kiri tó bá gbé báàgì ẹ jẹ́ fi kọ́kọ́ hàn yín mà tó bá gbé báàgì ẹni à ní Abuja ń sìn EFCC máa dá ẹ dúró ni àwa aláyé wa kí ló wà ní báàgì yẹn ìkọ́ wà tí èèyàn kan send sí mi ẹ jẹ́ wọ́n dà pé òun lélẹ̀ ẹ wo screen yẹn. Lọ gbé bag any if they see you with any bag or any Ghana mosque or anything. You must open am. EFCC. This is not like a bomb squad or police or EFCC. They are looking for money. Because there's money. They flooded Abuja with this forex now. Guess what, They are even saying that some of the money they are giving the delegates, that it be like say fake dollars. Sef don't find his way into Abuja right now. So it can't be like say thief. Yet you come here. Ole gba no ni ikun dedere ndekun ni gbogbo njo nse.
You see?
Very, very, very.
And where are we going? And you want this type of people to lead a nation. Already, they are selling the nation to our faith. Because Nigeria has now become a business. The highest bidder, no fairer. And when they get in there, they are going in there for their own personal gain. What can I gain as? And you see, this so-called Sokoto governor.
Tambuwal.
Oh, you can't see more why. And one of the reasons why, no, ni pe wọ́n ti kàjórí àwọn ọmọ wọn to believe pé education is not important. Ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó ń pín 1 million.
Oh, Kogi.
Wọ́n sanwó wáyẹ̀kì fún àwọn ọmọ school.
No, yẹ̀yẹ́ Bello Kogi nìyẹn mà. Kò ń ṣe Sokoto.
Sokoto governor wọn kò sanwó wáyẹ̀kì àwọn ọmọ school.
Oh yeah, yẹn ni Tambuwal. Not single child is registered for WAEC in Sokoto.
Not one.
That thing shocked me. Sokoto. One of where they mention a popular place in the north. They'll say Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna, Katsina.
Not one.
One child.
No more school. You want to register for WAEC. And the same thing go to Borno.
And Nasarawa as well. I'm sorry, and Zamfara.
And Nasarawa.
Zamfara.
Deliberately, they are destroying the life of those our parents struggle.
Deliberately. And
so that our they can continue to rule. You can see, obviously, what is the country becoming? The only way, no, last, Kalukuma gbe gari edowo. They will break it up. Akoma jinjo kan na no ma ni okay. Kan wa se discussion. Ó máa happen. Because bí wọ́n fún Peter Obi ní opportunity pé kò wọlé. Àwọn youth
yẹn push ẹ for real. Ó ti wá di wípé ó ti shock ọmọ ọdọ àbí Peter Obi lè push stunt o. Suddenly military kan gbàjọba ni. Àbí wọ́n kàn ṣe débi pé ó sì yẹn suddenly àwọn èèyàn wọn ti revert very gay out nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Nǹkan ṣá máa trigger nǹkan. Me, I believe.
I believe the 2023 yẹn máa sweet. Ìlú yẹn ó gbà lórí iná wọ́n gbé kaná báyìí. Àwọn náà ń kó igi mọ́ ni. Wọ́n ń kó igi mọ́. at the end of the day, gbogbo wọn máa collect. Gbogbo wọn máa bù. Because gbogbo wa lájọ máa wò. Because we're touching book guys. Wọ́n máa kó sójà wálẹ̀, wọ́n máa kó lẹ̀, man. Thank you, my brother. Let me allow others to talk.
So let's hear from another caller. Hello.
Hey, Maiyegun, how are you?
I am very well. Is that Jude?
Yeah, Jude from US.
Oh, Jude from the US. So how are you tonight or this afternoon over there?
Okay, man. Okay, I'm okay. How's your baby?
She's fine.
I hope they're all doing
fine.
And the mom.
Thank God. Thank you.
That's good.
They are doing fine.
My regards to
Sure, I'll deliver that. So, Jude, you're live.
Yes, I really thank God for you, honestly. With all the exposition on what is going on right now in the PDP convention, is I don't know how somebody or people will continue to listen to this kind of charade, this kind of jamboree, political jamboree in Nigeria, political.
It is every 4 years ritual, isn't it?
Every 4 years, and then still believe that something good will come out of such a corrupt, violent, and thuggish system of system. Honestly, it beats my imagination, especially for those of us in diaspora, who still believe election is, who still believe in Nigeria election. At times I ask myself, don't these fools in diaspora that still promote Nigeria elections, all the countries they are,
now so that they do election,
don't they see how they conduct election? Do they spend this kind of money, buying people's votes? Don't they see? Don't they see that even in some election, in some countries, if you're even found to give somebody $1, for instance, and they know that money is to bribe, you can go to jail for it.
That's right.
Don't they see this? That a governor, a sitting governor, could budget or be estimated to give a delegate $50 million to buy votes. $50,000 to buy votes. And if that individual, if maybe a 400, according to the estimate, if 400 is the winning, the delegate that will buy you the ticket, then if you multiply that is $20 million. If you multiply that with the current exchange rate now, I think black market exchange rate now is $1 to naira is I think 610. But if you use 605. That is $12 billion naira for 400 delegates. That
just
is what we can stand
to become candidate of your party. How much you go to buy 150,000 people will go hold you? Kai,
what country are we? What kind of country? And how will human beings, especially those in diaspora, continue to promote this evil? How can a corrupt system, okay, let's assume now we can imagine as a president eventually, let's assume miracle abracadabra happen, which I know is not going to happen. Let's assume he emerges as president.
Well, Judo, from what I have been told, you can wake up tomorrow morning and it's going to be Wike. Don't be surprised. Now it's been narrowed down to Wike and Atiku right now.
No, supposing he even becomes the president at the end of the day.
Okay, he becomes the little Hitler.
Yes. Now, how can such a fraudulent man be able to fix Nigeria, be able to fight corruption? Because except you want to tell me, the Bible says, he that is coming to the house of equity must have a clean hand.
That's right.
You can't fight corruption when your hand is riddled with corruption, when everything about you is corruption. No. When even the position you are occupying, you are there primarily because of corruption. How can you fight corruption?
In Nigeria,
that person will only come.
In Nigeria, they believe you can. You can be a thief.
These people are just of their mind, that of their mind. I think dogs have leaked up the cells of reasoning in their brain. That is when anybody would think that any political candidates in Nigeria that have gone there, that went in there through corrupt processes, will come back and fight corruption. It can't happen. They will come back, they will come in, first of all, they will begin to put in place mechanism to recoup all the money they have invested.
That's right.
Even if those money were money they have stolen, while they were governors, while they were senators, while they were ministers, and so on and so forth. They will only come in and begin to look for avenues to recoup all those plus interest. Before they will even begin now to do one or two sprinkles of projects, and people will be, hey, it's working, no, it's working. Are you kidding me? Look at his state. Look at the refuge. The video you show us. Look at his current state right now. Look at the refuge in main road, and that is the kind of idiot that somebody would think that will come and do well in Nigeria. Oh my God, it's mind-boggling, man. I feel like crying, man. Now, for the P2B supporters, one more thing for the P2B supporters.
Please.
I thank God for them. Personally, I would have been supporting P2B right now and be campaigning and also contributing in a little way I can.
Right.
But I already know it's a fruitless venture. With the system of Nigeria, in Nigeria, it's a fruitless venture. But I encourage them to continue.
I mean, they should continue.
But one thing
so now something will disappoint people that they will say, "Omo, we know if we take this thing anymore." And since there are already many, it's not going to take them time to mobilize themselves. And since in the trenches, we have people who are already tired, who have already been fighting, pushing. Baba, I'm waiting for that time.
Yeah, one thing, exactly. And one further thing I'm going to give to them, if you can, they can call it advice or something.
Right.
They should be ready for things. The P2B supporters right now, they should be ready for two things: fight or flight. Because a time is going to come when the system will feel so threatened, because that is what is going to happen. Like the NSAS you gave as an example. The system will be so threatened because they will see that these people, well, wait a minute, if we don't do this thing, if we don't take any action, these guys will actually take up take over the system and rig them out completely. So they are going to fight them. They are going to try to crush them. So it's either P2B supporters will carry their voters registration card on one hand and carry their arms on the other hand. I'm just speaking metaphorically, and carry their arms on the other hand. To be able to fight, because they are not going to allow them to actualize their goal. It's not going to happen.
Well, it's not going to happen. I mean, Jude, you know what?
The system is going to crush them.
To see, to watch.
So it said, he said that they will fight or they will fly. And when they fight, then that might lead to the revolution we are talking about. We are all been waiting.
I mean, now
that might lead to a reset of where we are all been waiting. But when they fly, that will lead into great depression and great disenfranchisement and total loss of hope for every Nigerian youth that will be supporting P2B to know that after all, with all this effort, we still cannot do anything.
Yes.
That is going to further empower the system to continue to continue to dominate, to continue to brutalize, to continue to steal, to continue. In fact, the evil will be multiplied upon the land if they do succeed. So they should arm themselves with these two basic facts and ready.
Thank you
and
so
ready
much.
for the consequences. Okay?
Thanks so much.
My brother, I pray God to continue to help us.
Bless you,
finally, there is no way an incredible and corrupt and violent system and thuggish system can produce a credible outcome. No. It's not possible.
No.
It's not possible.
Stop dribbling.
I rest my case.
Thank you so much, Jude. Man, Jude. There. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun the General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Congratulations of our big daughter, our sweet daughter.
Leila Yewande Moreni KG. Thank you, sir.
Oh, that's a beautiful one, yeah. I congratulate you, Baba, from the Temple of the Truth.
Thank you very much, sir. How are you?
I'm so lucky today. This is my first time. Where's that Jabori that you always shake now?
You want to hear people do complain when I hear that. You are welcome.
Thank you. You see, Nigeria will soon happen to every one of them that is calling one Nigeria.
It's a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time. You know, my brother, I'm still waiting for our Yoruba nation. What do you call it?
Is here.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the finality. May they tell us. 5 million, 1 million people have already said yes.
You can imagine we're good to go already. We are a nation already. We don't need anybody to tell us that, we are waiting for someone from here and there. No, we don't need that. We are a nation. There are some countries that they are not even up to 5 million, and they are a nation on their own. So now we are a nation on our own. Now anybody can call himself or herself Yoruba nation.
That's right.
If you do that now, you are clarify yourself that you are a Yoruba indigene, and anybody will respect you and they will regard you irrespective of anything. So I am just to congratulate ourselves that we are Yoruba people. We are doing great and we are doing well.
And a lot
we give thanks God
so fast right now. And some of our people are trying to catch up with some of them. Like, what's going on? And guess what? It's good to see. It's so beautiful to see. So to see.
You know what these Abobakus?
Yes, sir.
These are Oshogbo Alumajeris. They are coming back. But I don't know who are they going to use their eyes to. I don't know who is going to call them or how they are going to welcome them. I don't know whether Maiyegun will welcome back.
Let me tell you how it works. Yeah, let me tell you how it works. They are going to stay back. Okay. Now you could this surprise. Igba Akin di Yoruba nation. Akin Swagger. AK. I know AK very well. Now you AK the Yoruba nation. Now you gonna say, tell us saying don't be. Now they go see me. But you know what? All of you will know them.
Yeah.
We just have to keep quiet and just pretend say say there be swagger, then be this, then be that before. Just play with everybody. Shout Yoruba nation, all of us. But one thing, what I'm afraid of, sir. You know what I'm afraid of,
Yeah.
When people come back, when they begin to show up and start saying Yoruba nation, our people are going to make it tough for them. You know that kind of thing. They will say, we don't trust them. If nobody says if no now, they will not come here. We don't trust them. But we need to trust them too. We know we are the ones who know that they are going to get their fingers burnt. We know what will happen when they get it burnt. So when they come back to us, we will not try and make them uncomfortable. Just pretend say no say before. Just blend. Because that's what will happen.
You are right. You are right. You are right. But they are going to Yoruba always say Otolaye won.
It's just that we like come out safer and she told me Sobel.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But we
my God.
We must do better.
Maiyegun, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this program. Yeah, it has touched a lot of the lives. Yeah, just keep it up. One advice is that you see Yoruba ani elenu lo lenu. Just keep on doing the good work, and we people we are solidly behind you. We are waiting for Yoruba rescue team to be take off so as we can flag it up in everywhere and new and canal of UK. I'm calling from UK anyway. This is Chegun Ajibola.
Fantastic. Now, you see, people have contacted me here in the UK, sir, on this issue of the rescue team, and their own area is to say, I want to be part of those that will be coordinating the collection of gifts and everything. The collection of clothes, material things that people want to give out, items like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Wow, that's great. And they told me, this person actually told me that they have already mapped out their area. They told me their area. I won't say that now. And I said, you know what? I love this, right? Just be in touch.
Baba,
okay?
I say as soon as it is ready, we good to go.
I believe.
We are doing this thing for our unborn children, because we are here today does not mean that we are very comfortable, right? No. Someone somehow they are over there waiting for this kind of a thing to happen to them, but we will not wait for them, for a Nigeria of them to happen to them. Well, they are going to wait for Yoruba nation to happen to them.
That would be great.
In a positive way. Right. And that is the reason why we are solidly behind this program, movement. You know, it's a Yoruba agenda, but at the same time, it's a movement on its own. You know, rescue team, trust me, we touch live. This is a program that we touch grassroots live, and we cannot afford to miss it. So we are waiting, and we are very, very solidly behind this program. So I'm still waiting, you know. So that is how it is, Baba.
Of course,
thank you so much.
You know what? We will be fine. What we are doing right now is just to make sure that once we go public, we don't go back and say, oh, we forgot something. Let's go and fix that. We'll be back again. Guys, sorry. No, I don't want something like that. We are nearly done at the time. But this time around, we are expanding our scope enough to make sure that it carries enough that will be effective when we go public. But,
that's fine.
Sir, we are almost there. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a caller from England.
But this time around, we are.
I have another caller as well. Hello.
Mr. Maiyegun. Babalila. Oh boy, that your yesterday complaint too much, you. They go just the great woman ignore the papa. No complain like that. No worry, they could give the woman the chance. You don't lie. You don't lie. You don't lie. Papa teacher no more working more. Yeah, teacher no more working more. Papa. Oh boy, I say my God, no man.
I just had to say it.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks, Baba.
Jagba go yibo ka ṣàdúrà fọmọ ní Yorùbá jọ.
Oh yeah,
Adirun adigba. Ọlọ́jọ́ ènìyàn ó máa jẹ́ kó rí ẹ̀kọ́ òkè, ó máa dàgbà, á dògbò, á dẹ̀ tọ́jú ẹ̀, ọmọ tó máa tọ́jú ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run máa ṣe. Téèyàn bá ti bímọ, tó bá ti bímọ obìnrin, bàbá lobìnrin tí bàbá ń pè pọ̀ nú ọmọ. Bóyá ò tí ì mọ̀ yẹn. Torobìnrin ló láàánú bàbá jù. Ọmọ tó máa láàánú ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run máa ṣe.
Àmín.
Adínú adigba.
Mo ti dábìí pé tó bá yẹ pé obìnrin ló ń láàánú bàbá jù, mo ti ní mẹ́ta already.
Obìnrin ló láàánú bàbá jù, kò sọ gbọ́dọ̀ pé kò sọ kó ojú obìnrin ló máa láàánú bàbá jù. Tó bá notice abẹ́lọ́rí grandpa abẹ́lọ́rí obìnrin ló kọ́mọ̀ sí jù. Tó bóyá rí nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run tí tẹ́ bá fi tọ́ ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ wọ̀nyí, tọ́lọ́run ò ti jẹ́ wọ̀nyí láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Torí ìyẹn ló ṣe pàtàkì. O mọ̀ pé àìmọye ọmọ nílùú ògìjì gbogbo ẹ̀ tó bí wọn ló lè tọ́ o. Ìbí ìjọba ló máa ó ti ọ̀dà sáà. Bó ṣe wà yẹn.
Àtẹ́gbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló kúkú ṣe rọrùn o. Aláwọn tó bí tí wọ́n sì ọkọ̀ ẹ̀pọ̀ kan ó rí ẹ̀ ní ká tó ròyìn tó jẹ́ ọmọ
Yorùbá. Ó rí ẹ̀ bọ̀tẹ̀ bí tó bá tún wò náà. Tó bá tún wò ládàkejì wá rí wọn pé tó bá wà wọn míì kì í ṣe gbogbo ọmọ tó sọ lórúkọ lóṣooríire o. Tó máa pe pàtí ní tó máa tún máa jọ bọ̀délé ọ̀dọ́ ọba máa jó jó lóríire. Ọ̀rọ̀ àjẹkẹ́lẹ́ ìṣoríire.
Ìwọ ọmọ tá a pa odindi àgbò mẹ́ta lọ́jọ́ kó mọ̀ rẹ. Ìwọ ló ń ṣe lẹ́yìn eégún Kábírù àwùsùbí láì tó.
Wọ́n jẹ́rìí ẹ̀. Maiyegun, ìdán dey happen, ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, ìdán ṣẹlẹ̀, ìdán mọ́tò dán jàmà. Orí tó kù táwa máa kọ́ nìyẹn, mọ́tò dán jam political Nigeria. The drama don start. Wetin I tell you?
He dey come. He don dey here already o. Everybody just get chair, popcorn.
No, wetin dey on ground now, I don tell you, there will be no election. God,
all these things where you see now set up now playbook. Because let's think about it. I believe 100%. Then go roll out the Boko Haram boys with the khaki boy, with they don't put khaki for their neck. If you carry government to kill Jonathan, let's say Jonathan win the consensus. The South, the reason why you see all these northerners, they postpone and shifting, it's not because of a consensus. They are trying to play and see the mood of Yoruba. If you look at them very well, they are testing. You know, when police want to arrest people, they will first tap his shoulder, either the shoulder or the elbow. They will tap it. They will touch it like to see the reaction. Maybe it will be aggressive or not. It's then after that they will now say, okay, put your hands in your back. You understand? They call it, I don't know what name they call, I forgot the name they call it, I won't say much. But that's where they first start. That's what they are doing to Yoruba now. They try to play and see the mood of Yoruba people. If we don't give Tinubu and we don't give any other Yoruba, what will be their reaction? They try to perfect something. It's not about the consensus. They don't care. Now, let us now think. They eventually carried the government, their ticket, give Jonathan, or whoever Jonathan, the donor,
they come up with,
or the donor.
Because that's the point in Abuja right now. How can Tinubu break in something that was so sure for them that they believe that nobody can challenge it? The whole game has changed. Now Tinubu is fighting for his life politically. Like now they are feeling like if you don't give him, who you won't give, and what will happen?
The reaction of Yoruba
is what they are waiting for.
It's what they
to gauge.
Yeah. Then Tinubu now forgot something.
Yeah.
The enemy within.
Baba, they talk say Atiku don the lead for PDP. I just say make I tell you, JJ, go on. But I say with the wiki
brother,
money.
That one na dead on arrival.
I'm
brother,
sorry for even interrupting you. Go on.
You no problem. You see that PDP matter na dead on arrival. Brother, the whole game, what will happen? I can give you some little prediction.
Try.
You see, after this APC, whatever on June 6, they will still shift it. Do you know why?
Tell us.
The plan will not be concluded within this short period, within these 8 or 10 days that are left. They won't conclude because what they are planning for is bigger than what Nigeria can see. These are just a surface thing. What is underground, the submarine that is underground that is cooked, is bigger than all these political decisions. This is just like a distraction.
Now. They are foreplay.
It's just a distraction of the bigger plan, which is why when you look at all these boys, these Fulanized boys, you will see the moves they are making. The way they are doing things is like, let us collect some of all those palliative money they gave them, 900 billion they gave them, 900 billion the World Bank gave them for lockdown that they've kept. Is that money that they are bringing out now to contest for presidency? They want to collect some from them before the real action will start. Now, Baba Ota, do you know why I'm using this quote? Baba Ota, Tinubu forgot that this guy is also the number one enemy. That is number one enemy of him.
And he never had.
Which have already contacted. Yes, he has already contacted his guys from Mina and the others. I've been telling them that we don't want this boy. Are you forgot? That's enemy number one. Number two, the junior rank of Kaba or whatever they call them. The enemy number two. The Kaba number three, which are the Yoruba that they consider the enemy number three of Tinubu.
Now, we don't want to hear about time. All of us don't want to spend money as well to make sure, say, drag Yoruba into madness anymore.
I will give you another prediction now.
Quickly.
Something will happen between now and the end of June. Don't be surprised if Tinubu start marching up and down to Yorubas, some neglected Yorubas, and start begging them.
Okay. Like going about to apologize for what?
Oh, you've said it now. When for a safe return back home. Brother, for a safe return back home. Are you understanding what I'm trying to picture for you now? Wow. Now let us go nationwide. When they now plan all these things, who they want to give the government to? 44 trillion debt. I keep mentioning it. Ever since 2 months that Russia have started their war with Ukraine, the petrol, the crude oil is about 120 something, and no single $1 deposited in the account of Nigeria.
NNPC no pay any.
They keep looting. How is the next president, whoever they want to give the government to want to do? Brother, they will roll out khaki boys. Don't be surprised. This is the next game. They will collect, let them do whatever they collect the rest. Omo, Gasala don't boss. It's time for us, Yoruba nation, to laugh at their calamity of our brothers who refuse to admit that this thing is not working. The best way is to take the ship off the shore, take it to the scrap yard, destroy it, rebuild it, and bring it back to the sea.
Something new out of it, of course, from the scrap. JJ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me leave it like this. Brother, you will see our hand too now. We know how we go. You don't tell us how to do it yesterday. You will still see our hand. Let the month reach you. You know how it go.
I know.
Make the month reach.
For the month
you don't tell us that.
Yeah. You know, we have JJ. You know what happened is that we have money now that we haven't spent as well, right? So
I'm talking about Leila now. That one we are waiting for you. You said you want to bring up that. The Leila is you tell us how to do it yesterday now. Because you said it's only the mommy and the baby.
Okay, now, this is where I am going to ask a question when I'm lost. Okay. So I said something about Leila, and then you said something about the end of the month. And then you said something about
end of the month is I'm talking about Leila completely. So that one is another one. I said don't forget, we will do it the way we do it. So at least I have to do my at least now we go name the ticket. So that's how it be. Make a live like that.
I get
congratulations, brother.
No,
congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. You stay safe, Baba. I mean,
you're welcome, brother.
Talking to you again. So what JJ is practically saying there was that they will reach out to me. They know how to reach out to me and all of that. And I think he's referring to what I said yesterday. So people who have actually reached out to me and they said, Maiyegun, congratulations. And can you please send your account number? I don't know how to do this or that and all of that. And I've been like, I'm always kind of, I'm just kind of, I can't send my account details to people in a way. So JJ is just saying that, they have a way of reaching out to me. Of course they do. There are many ways you can be of, Maiyegun, well done. I just don't feel cool sending my account details to, I've not really sent that to people. And thank you. So I think this is where we're going to draw the curtains, okay, tonight because of our time. And I'm going to be back again next time, especially when the result of their primaries happened. And we all know that it doesn't matter who becomes what in their own charade called the primaries all over the place. The most important thing is that you know that the system is going to produce rogues that you are possibly going to have to go and vote for, as they claim. And then you literally believing that the rogues that they're going to choose for you are then suddenly going to turn to angels because you have voted for them. Popular votes. All of us voted. You know what I mean? You are not looking at the source. You're not looking at the surface. You're not looking at the structure, so to say. You're just looking at the surface. And eventually when it bites you or burns you, and that's kind of experience that some of you will need to have before you agree with so many of us who have put all these things to practice in the past and we realize that it's a pure waste of time, you may think you have a way to dribble around it. You know, it's going to suck you in. You either become them or they kill you or you run away. Either of the three. I mean, any of the three. So there's no way around it other than why not try to pretend that you want to fix something that is not fixable. But Peter Obi supporters seems to have been different. And they are very, very effective and very massive. Like I said, I am not going to call them insignificant. I'm not going to call them, I'm not going to pretend that they don't exist. Because what they are embarking upon is so huge. And it's also going to be part of what we shape eventually, what the future of Nigeria will be. Is it going to exist more? And is it going to end soon? Whatever it is going to become, every one of us will have a role to play. But one thing I believe that majority actually agree to is that this status quo cannot continue. Innocent people cannot continue to be sacrificed and killed just to keep Nigeria one. Unity cannot be preached. It needed to be acted. You people need to act, and unity is not just a word. You know, a lot of things will happen, and this is part of it. And we will continue to put them in the diary, continue to state them as much as some of them will sound irrelevant to you. None of this conversation on Maiyegun's diary Politico, none of them will you ever say is irrelevant. It's just a piece of the puzzle of where and when or how long Nigeria is going to last. Where is Nigeria going to? When is Nigeria going to probably end it? And then where is he heading to, so to say? But the bottom line is that whether you are for or you are against, we are going to play a role. We all have a role to play in what is going to be the tomorrow of Nigeria. So many of us believe that if you love Nigeria, then we should put hands together and break it up. If you love Nigeria and you love the people, stop preaching unity that you cannot really work on. Stop preaching togetherness that is not real, doesn't exist. The difference is so much, and BUhari has done a job to make us realize how divided we are. But we can be united in one thing, which is we have known our differences and we can build on them and then be friends, so to say, neighbors, so to say, or in fact, respect ourselves if we can clearly demarcate try to give boundaries to what you can call the union if it ever continues. All of these are the conversation that people are clamoring for. Let's talk about this. Let's do something. People are dying and they can't even, nobody can explain why they are being killed other than they just want to keep Nigeria one. So how many of us are to be killed just to keep Nigeria one or to keep Nigeria to continue to exist? But trust me, something is going to trigger something. And the pointer is that there are so many, disgruntled people. Many of them who have disconnected with Nigeria. It's just that there has never been any cohesion. There's never been any coordination. There's never been any kind of agreement across board to say, put this rubbish down, put this nonsense down, do something about this or burn it down. So to say, there's never been any consensus on that. But these days, there are events, there are things that will happen, there are things that will take place and they will trigger all other things. And guess what? It's all going to come to an end. And that end is the end when all this madness will become a thing of the past. Everyone will handle their own affairs. And it will be your own making, your own responsibility. Today you may be for, you may be against. It doesn't really matter. Last, now all of us go play that role. You just don't know where you fit in yet. Some of you are already playing the role. But every of your action, inaction, connection, link up, and every other thing that will eventually, define your role in all of this, they are going to begin to happen now. They are already happening. A lot is still going to happen. Last, they go serve us. When they serve us, chop the cold breakfast, spit them out, we reject the system that has brought us nothing than death, backwardness, corruption, poverty, terrorism, insecurity, and turned us to beggars and scattered us, spread us all over the world with like people who have, who probably have no source anymore. Nigeria did us bad until you realize that. Maybe your own way of realizing is going to be different from mine, but last, everybody will realize it, and there will be a consensus soon. It will be massive. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. I'm going to see some other time. They can call that, what is he talking about? What's it? blabbing about. I do that all the time because it's something I would have written down in the diary. On Maiyegun's diary Politico, we do this and we keep them in the diary. So if you're just joining us, remember, you can still watch this broadcaster from the start. And then if you have been on Maiyegun's diary Politico the second time and you haven't ever subscribed on there, you can do that, okay? And somehow, lastly, if you ever feel like this program is not good for your own mental health, if you feel like what I discuss on Maiyegun's diary Politico is quite not comfortable for you and pretty much put you in a bit of a, agitative state, please, if you have subscribed, you should try and unsubscribe for the sake of your own mental health. Things are going to get out of hand more. And guess what? So many people believe that no good news comes out of Nigeria. And somehow, many people's mental health have been so much, affected. So mine is to deconstruct all the lies that they have put on into your mind and your head, and they never stop. They continue to feed you with those lies and all that imagination and hopeless hope that they put to you. So if how I do it is too much for your own mental health, right? Please unsubscribe, stop following. Okay? If you have that strong mental health, I'm going to say this is one tonight. Tomorrow is another day. If you have the time, subscribe, like, share, and join me again the next time. Good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀.
fi máa ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní bí wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.